What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. We are today going to be starting with Squad Battles rewards. We've got a 50k pack from Squad Battles milestones, and we finished with a brutal record of 22-8. This weekend was a weird weekend. I played much better FIFA this weekend than last weekend, in spite of the fact that I finished with one less win. But I did play 4 top 100/pro players, including the Hertha Berlin Pro as my last game. You guys will see that today. I had like a stacked icon team. Obviously, was a quality player, and I actually got DC'd out of the game, 3-1 down. Probably would have lost it anyway, so it's by the by. And then 2 games before that, I matched up against iBale11, who was top 100 in FIFA 17 and FIFA 18. I didn't really get to a good enough look on where he was in FIFA 19 and FIFA 20. And I hit the post with Hulk, which again, you guys will see in a minute, in the 90th minute to win the game. And then I went on to lose that one in extra time. So we had our chances for Elite this week. It just wasn't meant to be. But I'm genuinely not fussed. I'm not really too perplexed about it, because I think with how bad the team of the weeks have been and how low value the informs are right now, unless you hit one of the absolute top cards, you're not going to make any good money off of it. I would prefer the 100k packs to pack Scream cards, which will still be in packs when rewards come, to pack icons, to pack, you know, top level players. You could still pack the informs anyway. So I'm much better off getting the 2 100k packs, in my opinion. But it's always nice to hit Elite just to know that you hit Elite. But hey, man, if Gold 1/Elite 3 is my level this year, so be it. I feel like I'm getting better at the game week on week. We are going to make some team changes this week as well. I think Ronaldo is going to go. But as I say, we've got some Squad Battles rewards. I did get to Elite 3 on Squad Battles this week. I hope so anyway. Yep, there we go. So we've got our Elite 3 Squad Battles rewards, 2 Premium Gold Players packs, 12k coins, a Mega Pack. And we have got a 50k pack from milestones from Squad Battles. So I think it's untradeable, the Rare Players pack there. But we'll see. Hopefully we get some good luck. Last week, our Elite 3 rewards were shocking. Like, beyond shocking. I don't even think there was anything worth mentioning in there at all. So let's see if we can get anything this time around. Oh, he's worth a few K. Oh, not anymore. JK. Yeah, nothing in there to start with. Hermoso, probably worth absolutely nothing. Pack number 2. Oh, we got the 2 rare gold packs. I forgot about these. Hey, we got the pre-order packs. I always forget about the pre-order packs. Let's see what we get out of the pre-order packs. We have got... No, we haven't. It's just the... I'm looking on a different screen, so I thought the border walkout light was there. It wasn't. My bad. Man, these packs are so good, aren't they? They just ooze value for money, these packs. They really do. They just scream, hey, open me. You know, they're so good, the RMBAs. The RMBAs, no. I'm reading in the chat, RMBA, welcome to the mods team. And I'm saying what I'm reading instead of saying what I'm thinking. I do that a lot. I do that a lot. There you go. Pack number 2 from the pre-order packs. Nothing in there. Oh, 5 players though, but still utterly worthless by all accounts. And now we go back to our Squad Battles rewards. Another Premium Gold Players pack. Come on here, man. Give me something to shout about, scream about, wake up my kids about. Come on, nope, nothing out of this one. And then a mega pack from Squad Battles. This might be my last week of playing all the way up to Elite 3. Now I know I will play Squad Battles anyway, typically on a week-to-week basis, just because we do objectives. Like for Ozil, we had to play some Squad Battles and such. But unless we get something nice here, which we have got a board, it's a walkout! Please be Modric. Please be Modric. Ah, it's Rakitic. At least we got a walkout. It's all right. It's ooh. Get Socrates in there as well. I mean, they're worth nothing, man. 4k for him. And what, like about 12k for him? Oh, my God. Literally, like 12k for Rakitic. But that's all right, man. That makes me want to actually keep doing rewards now. An 85 and 86, a blue card in there as well. Hey, it could have been... Ooh, want to keep that. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. And then to end off the packs here for this little segment, guys, we have got a 50k pack. I believe this is untradeable. This is from 100 Squad Battles wins on semi-pro minimum difficulty. Can we get rewarded, or is this going to be a bust? It's a board or a walkout. It's a walkout inform. Who's good? Argentina. Striker, it's Martinez, isn't it? Ah, is that good? I don't know. He's on trade. Well, I suppose I could use him instead of Ronaldo. Is that... He's 12k? He's 12k. There could still be like an Mbappe or something in here. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not bad. And this is exactly why I would like to take a 100k pack over a Team of the Week pack, because I literally just packed 2 Team of the Weeks in this pack that's only a 50k pack. Now, obviously, you don't get that every pack, but I would prefer my chances with a 100k pack compared to a Team of the Week pack. Now, Martinez, 4-star, 4-star. His dribbling is trash, isn't it? The rest of his card is nice, man. A sniper on him makes him decent. Mina is never going to see the light of day in my team. That's not bad. I mean, you can't complain at that. For a pack for 100 squad battles wins, that's not too bad at all. Yeah, Argentina first owner, not bad either. So, guys, we're going to get into some gameplay. We got a lot of games for today, so it's going to be a long episode, I think. So, let's get into the action. All right, guys, as we go into the gameplay, we have got a lot of gameplay today. Lots of games to catch up on. Everything that you guys missed out from weekend league games that we haven't had so far. And we've got a lot of comments. Not actually a lot of comments today. I've just got comments that I know are going to take me a fairly long time to chat about. And the first one is news to me and brand new news to me. Gunnar Darry says, "Hey, Nep, I'm constantly hitting gold 1 and I'm really struggling to take that step up to try and get to elite. Do you have any tips for me to take that step? Love the content and keep up the good work." And whilst I do generally have tips for you, right? Find formations and tactics that work well for you. You know, space your games out. Try and be a better player by playing in rivals and spamming rivals as much as you can to learn better game mechanics. Try and figure out what's going wrong when you lose. You know, like over the last couple of videos, a lot of people in my comment section have said, "Hey man, you lose possession in your own third a lot trying to pass out from the back and it costs you goals." That's something I know I've got to work on whichever way around I do it, right? So the best thing that I can advise anybody that's really trying to make a step, whether it's gold 1 to elite 3 or gold 3 to gold 2 or elite 3 to elite 1 or any kind of step like that, the best thing I could advise you is to record your games and watch them back. And everyone can do that as long as you've got a console. If you're playing on PC, you could do that as well, because you could just put screen record on your PC. If you're playing on an Xbox or PlayStation, you can record the last 30 to 60 minutes of your play. On the PlayStation, it's just using the right-hand side button here. You press that and then you save the clip. Apparently, you can change it to an hour as well. So you can watch your game back, pause it when you want. You'll see things that you didn't see whilst you're playing. So that would be my advice for that. But one thing that this kind of question brings up, and like I say, is something that's news to me, is a conversation that I had with AJ3 today. Now, I've always been under the impression, and I can't find the documentation anymore. I don't know if EA removed it or what, but let's start with EA removing things and not saying anything about it. So in FIFA, I believe 17, EA started to explain how chemistry worked. They had this spreadsheet that showed you the pluses and minus, or the pluses of every chem style, how it boosted players. It gave a breakdown of how chemistry worked, and out of nowhere, randomly, they just removed that, and it's now no longer accessible. It doesn't exist, and it's a weird one. Maybe they removed that because you can see the criteria or the data in game now, where you didn't used to be able to before. Maybe because you can see it on websites like Foothead, Footwiz, and Footbin, or maybe because they changed how chem styles work. They've changed obviously the parameters of chem styles, and maybe they just didn't want false information there, so they removed it for that. But in terms of removing information, at the start of FIFA 18, they released this piece of documentation on how form works. And I can't find it anymore. I've done a fair bit of research, but form essentially works like this. So you start every weekend, brand new, fresh form, 0 games, 0 goals, 0 anything, right? If you win a game, your form is +1 because you are 1 win and 0 losses, you're +1. If you win another game, your form is +2. If you win a third game, your form is +3. If you then lose a game, your form now comes down to +2. So obviously 3 wins and 1 loss. 3 minus 1 is 2. So the idea is that you match people on a similar form level to you. Obviously, because of the fact that they're also using proximity as well, in terms of trying to find people quick and kind of stable matches. It's been known throughout several, the years since FUT Champs has come in, that playing you know, you could be +7 form and you can match someone +10 or +12 or +3. So it's not an exact science, and it has an issue with the way skill is determined. And in fact, last weekend when I got elite, I had relatively favorable matchmaking. I didn't really play against anyone who was insane. Sure, I still lost some games, but that's because I'm just also not insane, right? But I just didn't play anyone who was insane. This weekend, however, we matched against 4 players who are pro or top 100 level. 2 out of our last 3 games were also, one was the Hertha Berlin pro, and one was a guy called iBale11 who was top 100 in 17 and 18, and I couldn't find anything about him in 19 and 20, but it's still that level of player. And then there were 2 more along the way as well. We matched up against, I can't remember, there was another pro that we matched up against, like an actual official pro, the Espanyol pro, we matched him. And so on any given week, matchmaking is so erratic anyway that form is kind of half irrelevant. However, the form hits caps, and the first cap is -10. So if you lose 10 in a row, let's say you're 0 and 10 or 2 and 12 or 3 and 13, your form is -10, and the game will try to match you up against other people that are -10. If you went 0 and 15, you're not -15, you're still only -10. And so therefore, you have a situation where you'll still match players who are also -10. Not that it should really matter at that level. You know, I don't think there's like skill at that level has too much importance into the game. However, at +15 is where it maxes and caps out on the positive side. So if you go 15 and 0, you are +15. That means you can match someone who's 29 and 0 because they're also +15 because form caps at 15, or 24 and 0, or even probably someone who's like 14 and 2 because they'd be +12. And as I say, it's not an exact science of how it matchmakes you because it also takes into consideration connection and time, right? So obviously if you're +15 and you press search and nobody who's +15 searches for 10 minutes, you're going to have to wait 10 minutes for a game. EA don't want that. People that play the game don't want that. So they start expanding the search parameters. Okay, let's look for +14s and +13s and +12s and so on and so forth. What I found out today, which I don't believe is true, I still think is misinformation. But if AJ and his confirmation from Dunans is correct, this isn't misinformation, and this is crazy how stupid it is that once you get to +15, regardless of where your score level is, taking a loss will drop you down to +14. So for example, if you are 15 and 0 and you lose, you drop down to +14, mostly because you're 15 and 1 now, so you have 14 more wins than losses. If you're 20 and 0 and you lose, obviously at 20 and 0 your form is also +15. If you then lose, apparently you're now +14. So you could be 20 wins and 1 loss and you're now +14 form. And if you then lose again and you go from 20 and 0 to 20 and 2, you're now at +13 form. And this causes like a huge problem because the people that play in the 10 to 13 form bracket are nowhere near as good as somebody who's 20 and 2, right? And on the flip side, and why I think this is a huge problem, let's use max form for an example. If you go 20 and 0 and then you lose 5 games in a row so that you are 20 wins and 5 losses, you should still be at 15 form because you are 15 more wins than losses. That's based on the criteria of EA last year. However, now that would put you at +10, right? Because you're 20 and 0 +15, you lose 1 +14, you lose a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth, you're now +10. However, if you're 0 and 5 and you lose your first 5 games and then you win 20 in a row, you go to +15. So because obviously at 0 and 5, you're -5. You pull it back to 5 and 5, you're now 0. You go all the way up to 20 and 5, you're now +15. So you can have 2 players at the same record of 20 wins and 5 losses, and one of them can be on +10 form, and one of them can be on +15 form, and that is moronic. It's genuinely idiotic. Like, this is not the way it should be in a million years. And some people were arguing the fact that, oh, it's based on current form. It's based on your, you know, what you should play against. You know, if you take a couple of losses, you should play against an easy opponent. That's not how FUT Champs works. It's not how it has worked. And that's based on the way that the reward structure is, and based on the fact that they put max form in for a reason. Otherwise, you might as well not have a max form if that's going to be the case. Because if somebody gets to 20 and 0 and then loses 2, just match them up against somebody who's +18 as well. there's no reason for a max form if you're going to start reducing the max form when somebody takes a loss, even if they're considerably above the max form. It's so stupid. And if it is true, it means that once you get to that level of about plus 12 to plus 13 form, at that point, it's an absolute crapshoot as to whether or not you come up against a pro, a top 100, an elite 1, or even a gold 3 player. And that's crazy, because if you think about it, if you're, let's say you're, I don't know, 18 and 6, right? You're not necessarily an insane player at 18 and 6. You're not even a bad player either, but you're plus 12 at 18 and 6, right? So you can come in at plus 12. You can get some guy who's 25 and 0, then loses 2. He now comes down to plus 13 form. He's now 25 and 2, and you're 18 and 6. And EA's like, yep, that's a fair match. And that's stupid. However, on the flip side, you at 18 and 6 with your plus 12 could search, not find any plus 12s, and EA matches you up against a plus 9 or a plus 8. You know, somebody who's, I don't know, 19 and 12, and they're desperately trying to get to their gold 1 on their final game, and you could match up against them. And that also is not fair. So I think EA need to come out and explain how the max form works, because if it works in the way that AJ has suggested today, it literally makes matchmaking. They might as well just make it. They might as well just remove any kind of matchmaking and just make it random, because it's as close to random as you're going to get anyway. Like I said, some weekends I'll benefit from it, and some weekends I won't. Last weekend, I favoured from matchmaking. I hit elite. This weekend, I didn't favour from matchmaking, and I still only finished 1 win away. And on the whole form system, I just wanted to let you guys know that finish gold 1. You should be very, very happy with yourselves at gold 1, regardless of how form works or where you see content creators get and pro players get and stuff. Because if you think, in my final game, I was 22 and 7, so I am at a plus 15 form. So I am at that point susceptible to coming up against anybody, and I did match against a pro player who was 23 and 1 at the time, and he went 3-1 up, and then my game disconnected, which you'll see at the end of this video here. But I don't feel like at gold 1 I should be matching against a guy who finished 29 and 1 or is on target for 29 and 1. I don't think that should be the case, which makes me again just say to you guys, if you finish gold 1 or better, you are an exceptional FIFA player, and you might finish elite on another day or another week. Like Gunnar says, how does he push up to elite? You might finish elite on another day just because you get favourable matchmaking, and you might finish gold 2 on the next week because you get unfavourable matchmaking, and that's literally all there is to it. Aside from that, it seems like there's a lot more cheating going on. It's now very, very easy to tell whether you're home or away. I'm not going to expose it here. I don't want it to become more of a problem as it is. It was such an issue last year, and you will notice by the fact that I am home or away that I don't abuse it. I don't search for home only. And in fact, last weekend league, I didn't know how to tell whether you was home or away, so I managed to hit elite playing home or away. And maybe that's why I got more pro players this weekend than last weekend. It's become far more popular, far easier for people to tell how to do it. And so maybe the fact that I'm playing a few away games at a high form is why I'm matching up against pro players. I don't know. On top of that, it does seem like there is also a way to tell who you're playing on PlayStation. I know Mo Aubameyang put a tweet out about it, where you can just look at some screen and it very briefly shows you the name of the player that you're coming up against, which is stupid. And it also seems like there's another no loss glitch, because there were 82 30 and O's. 82 guys, 82 people in the world finished with 30 wins. That is not how it should be. It's just not. But there we go. So the next comment is from Ollie. He says, the most annoying thing is when people pass it around the back. How sad and boring can you get? Yeah, I agree. And this weekend league, I played with as much positivity as I could in terms of gameplay. To the point where in a game like this, that I just lost there 6-4, it cost me. Right, Martin as well, by the way, was a viewer. He messaged me afterwards saying GG. He got some lucky goals. He recognised that, you know, I was unfortunate in that regard. But in a game like that, I was 2-0 and 3-1 up. And if I wanted to just see out that game, FIFA 20 gives you the capabilities to just switch into a defensive tactic and pass around the back. And it's impossible for your opponent to get the ball off of you And if they do come and get the ball off of you, they just leave themselves so exposed and so open that you can just ping one ball over the top and you're clean through and you'll get a third goal. I don't want to play like that. Even if it costs me elite, even if it means I even finish goal 2, I don't want to play like that. And so I've started playing that even when I'm winning, 1-0 up, 2-0 up, 3-0 up, whatever, I'll still play to try and score goals. I'm not about to sit here and bore myself to sleep to play this game. But sadly, Ollie, the problem is once again, another year with another completely unbalanced game where EA have just made it too easy to abuse one specific tactic, and it creates this world where we live in an absolute bore fest on FIFA. So sadly, until EA reduce the effectiveness of comeback on defense for attackers and midfielders, reduce the effectiveness of one depth drop back, one width when you don't have possession of the ball, and reduce the effectiveness of counter attacks, until that happens, this game is going to be a snooze fest for a long time, which is sad. Casper says, me after seeing Nep explaining the bronze pack method for the 4th year in a row. Ah, shit, here we go again. I knew yesterday's video as well wouldn't get as many views, funnily enough. It never does when I upload a video about the bronze pack method. In fact, it's got almost half the views of a normal video. And that's probably because a lot of people are like, oh, I know how this works. I don't need to watch this video, which is understandable. But it's crazy the number of people that don't know how and or why the bronze pack method works, which is why I wanted to do the video anyway. And there was another comment about that from KM1, says, sorry, who pays 1 million coins a year for consumables? Pretty much everybody. If you note down, let's even take into consideration all consumables: chem styles, position modifiers, contracts, fitness. You are paying millions of coins a year for consumables. Well, it depends on how much you play the game, right? But it's all relative. If you only play 100 games a year, you're probably not paying even 100,000 coins for consumables. If you play 1,000 games a year, you're probably paying over a million coins for consumables. But even then, most people have to buy fitness because they don't want to use 2 teams, especially in champs. In rivals, it's okay to use 2 teams. In foot champs, you don't want to be using 2 teams because you want to use your best team because it's a competitive game mode. Not that rivals isn't competitive, but you can get away with using your non-best team. But in foot champs, people always use their best team. So that's 30 games a week where people need to apply fitness. And then maybe they got certain players that they keep in both teams, so they apply more fitness. Maybe they don't even know how to rotate squads to use fitness, so they buy even more fitness cards. And you would be amazed at how much people spend on fitness in this game. It's crazy, specifically fitness. Contracts, not so much, because there are so many packs given out now that people have excess contracts. No problem at all. I can't even remember the last time I bought a contract. It would have been years ago. Consumables like position modifiers and chem styles, they're a little bit more, they're irrelevant to bronze pack method because you can't get them in bronze packs anyway. But yeah, generally speaking, like you need a lot of consumables in this game, which is why EA keep them in the game, because they are a good coin sink and they remove a lot of coins from the market in general. And so yeah, you would be amazed and surprised at how many people pay for consumables. David says, hey Nep, got a question. You've played FIFA for years and it's become your career. What makes the game fun for you and why do you still play? What was your favorite FIFA? Cheers, Dave. I've got lots of FIFAs that I have really fond memories of, like literally dating back to when I was just a young boy before online play was even a thing, playing like career mode with my pals. But FIFA 09, FIFA 10 Road to World Cup and FIFA 11 were really those kind of like difference makers for me, where I started playing online a lot more and I started getting into Ultimate Team a lot more. That's when I really started loving and enjoying Ultimate Team and online FIFA. In terms of what makes this game fun for me, it's a very strange one. It is a very strange one because it has become a career. Gaming in general, and this isn't just FIFA, this is literally gaming in general. I struggle to get the enjoyment levels out of gaming that I used to, because it's turned into something that has become all about the numbers. How many people will watch me play this game over that game? How many people will watch a video titled like this instead of titled like that? You know, how long can I spend on this game before I've got enough content for a video, and then I can move on to trying to get into something else for a video? And it has got to a point where playing FIFA for the fun of playing FIFA and for the sake of playing FIFA has completely lost its worth. You know, I used to play clubs like, and I'd be honest, when it was like FIFA 17. Before FIFA 17, before Foot Champs came in, I used to play so many other games and just play them to play them. I used to play League of Legends, Diablo, Minecraft, just to have fun on those games. I wouldn't make content on them. Sometimes I would with Minecraft, but League of Legends and Diablo I never made content on. And I used to play those games because I just enjoyed playing those games. And I used to play clubs a lot with friends and content creators. You know, we used to do a lot of stuff just in and around FIFA, where I used to play 2v2s with 89 skills. We'd literally just be like, oh, you want to play some 2v2s? Yeah, sweet. We're going to head-to-head, 2v2, boom, we match up against people just to play for fun. We didn't make content on it. We just had fun together playing that way. And so that was how it used to be up until FIFA 17. In FIFA 17, when FUT Champs came, it changed the landscape of content creation for FIFA and the amount of time that content creators have on in their decisions, right? So for me, it's my choice to play Weekend League every weekend. I don't have to. My main channel is unbelievably successful, and yet I don't play really any gameplay on that unless it's in draft, right? We put Draft Glory up that has gameplay, but everything else is menu content. You know, it's by and large a menu channel. And so I don't need to even play FIFA. I don't even need to be good at FIFA to have a successful main channel and a successful stream, because people will still show up to the stream for the menu content and some gameplay, right? The reason why I do the second channel and the reason why I run the Road to Glory is because this is the small enjoyment that I do get out of FIFA. Look at that, guys. 90th minute against Bale, who, as I said, was a top 100 level player. We miss in the 90th minute with Hulk. If I win that game, I need to win 1 out of 2 to get elite. I would have got it. Sadly, I didn't. I lost this game. But yeah, it kind of like, it's losing its edge quite a lot in terms of being something that I enjoy. But the Road to Glory is something that I enjoy. However, the balance isn't always the right way. Sometimes it's more of a chore and more of work than it is enjoyment levels. And the reason for that is because I still need to make content that does well. It is still somewhat about the numbers, you know. I don't really care to play squad battles anymore. I know I can get top 100 in squad battles. Sometimes I want to play squad battles because of the objectives. For like Mesut Ozil, I'll play squad battles for that. For Ndombele, I'll play squad battles for that. But generally speaking, I play squad battles now because I know I'll get a video on Monday about my squad battles rewards. I wouldn't play it other than that. And the same as grinding bronze packs. I don't want to grind bronze packs. I don't want to sit there opening 50, 80, 100 bronze packs a day. No way in hell do I want to do that. But I know that if I want to continue creating good content for this channel to be able to upload on an everyday basis, I'm going to need coins to be able to keep improving my squad, or keep doing SBCs when they come out, or do upgrade packs when applicable. And I can't do that if I don't continually make coins. So I've got to put in that time and effort. And so that side of things just loses the edge of enjoyment and goes more into, this is my career and I'm working for this, which also is absolutely fine. You know, we've got a massive audience here. I know you guys love the daily videos, and we talked about this last year. Like, it's very possible that this year we was going to either not even do a Road to Glory or upload the Road to Glory less. But I am on the account a lot because I do genuinely enjoy it. Like, in my mind, what I want to do is I really, really, really want to have an utterly mental team. Not team of the season or team of the year. I want it like yesterday. And so I'm not going to sell Ronaldo, but I'm going to try and find whatever works the best for me to grind hard to go and get Mbappe and Neymar and Hullet and Van Dijk and Robertson. And I'm going to do my best to just grind so that I can continue to put out good content and still get what I love out of the Road to Glory, which is just improving my squad and building the best possible team. And then this is the last game, guys. So we came up against Elias N97. He was also streaming. It's so unfortunate that I matched him in my last game instead of almost anybody else, right? I mean, look at his team. It's absolutely mental. He was super nice as well on his stream. You know, he said he's a big fan of me and my content. So that was really nice to hear. And I was actually giving him a good game. And notice how his team set up as well. This is what I mean by how people play at this level. It's 8 men in the box and then counter attacks. No matter what, you know, even at 0-0, he's happy to play that way. Sadly, I conceded a goal on the stroke of half time. Really disappointing time to concede a goal, that's for sure. Courtois just watching the ball go past him there. So that was a bit disappointing. And I had missed a chance just before that as well to go 2-0 up. I'm not saying I would have won anyway at 2-0 up. But at 2-0, I know how to manage this game well enough, even if it's me getting elite against a pro. I know how to manage this game well enough to kind of see at least a good chunk of that game out and potentially go through. And you can see there, after the goal, I lost connection to the EA servers. I didn't lose connection to my stream. I was actually still on EA. I was straight into Ultimate Team off of this. I didn't get cooked out of Ultimate Team, but I got given a DC loss. I don't know why. This, though, guys, is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.